Hola a todos y bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Español desde cero. And this week we're finishing off pronouns. And last week we covered subject pronouns and direct and indirect object pronouns. And now we're going to cover direct and indirect objects when there is two verbs. There's kind of two ways to approach using them. So the first method, which is actually the most popular, we'll use an example sentence. I have to wash the dishes. So in Spanish, that would be tengo que lavar los platos. Now, with the first method, you basically take the object pronoun and attach it to the end of the second verb. So it becomes tengo que lavarlos. But then for the first method, you take the object pronoun, the los, and you put it before the first verb. So it becomes los tengo que lavar. And now we're moving on to reflexive pronouns. And within reflexive pronouns, that's basically when the subject of the verb and the indirect object of the verb are the same person or thing. So in these situations, you're not just going to be using lo or la. You have to use a specific reflexive pronoun that matches with the subject or with the subject pronoun that you're using. Okay, so yo goes with me, tú goes with te, él, ella, and usted go with se, nosotras, nosotros go with nos, vosotros, vosotras go with os, and then ellos, ellas, and ustedes go with se. And now, where do you place this reflexive pronoun in a sentence? Well, there's two ways really. You either add it to the end of the infinitive. So for example, divertirse or casarse, which is to have fun and to get married. Or you can basically put it before the first verb, just like with the direct object pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are also heavily used in commands. And for affirmative commands, it goes after the conjugated verb. So for example, quédate, which means stay. But if it's a negative command, it goes before the conjugated verb, but after the negative. So no te quedes, which basically means don't stay. And next we have possessive pronouns. And we have mío, which is mine, tuyo, which is yours for tú, and then suyo, which is his or hers or yours under usted, and theirs in plural, and then nuestro, which is ours, and then vuestro, which is yours with vosotros. And remember, they end in O if the object being possessed is masculine, they end in A if the object being possessed is feminine, and they end in S if the objects being possessed are plural. And that's where we're going to end for today. And next week, we're going to cover tú versus usted, and that needs its own video because it has a lot of complexities falling within it. If this video is over the 3-minute length, I would like to apologize, and you can catch up on all our other previous videos or watch last week's video on pronouns via our playlist right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next week.